And now let's proceed to the topic number 2. What is performance assessment? This is under the chapter 2, performance assessment. So, as an introduction, rather than requiring students to select a response from two or more options, performance assessment asks students to apply their strength and to apply their knowledge and skills in creating some form of a product, presentation, or demonstration focused on key aspects of academic learning. Products can be extended writing, research reports, presentations, works of art, performances, and more. This is according to Carl S. and Hoffman, P. In the year 2013. So, authentic assessment must be a task that is realistic or outside the classroom. So, some assessment, when we say performance assessment, it would be more effective if it's done not inside the classroom, since the students have this mindset of like reading and writing and doing some school stuff inside the classroom. But when we say performance assessment, it can be done outside the room so that they can realize that learning is not just inside the four quarters of a classroom, but even outside they can still learn and grow as individuals. So performance assessment can be a performance based or formative. It typically is cognitively complex because a lot of um, details and lessons of a certain subject can appear. It can be very cognitively complex, but it can be made simplified through applying rubrics. Requires defense of an answer or product. So in performance exam, they can be or they need to defend themselves. This would prove that they really have mastered the subject of what they're studying, and it would help them and allow them to really study well. So also it includes collaboration with others. Some performance tasks could be more effective if the students are doing it not just by themselves and with themselves, but they are communicating with others. This would develop their social skills as well, and through this they are to learn the important values such as teamwork and camaraderie and other that sort of stuff. So it also has known scoring criteria. We need to set a standard to them so that they would know what to expect in terms of learning that subject or in terms of delivering a performance. It also uses multiple indicators for scoring. So the performance-based criteria or rubrics should not be limited by a certain amount of um, an indicator, but it should have multiple indicators for scoring. It also has mastery or criterion referenced orientation. Now, what are the benefits of using performance assessment? Why do teachers apply these performance assessments in the learning and teaching process? So first is that learning occurs while students complete the assessment, and performance assessment is part of it. Teachers interact with students as they engage in the task. So as students are planning, executing, and performing the task, it would help the teachers interact with them. So it also prepares students for thinking and reasoning outside of school. This is what I talked about prior to the main discussion, that it should be outside. Students can also learn outside of the four quarters of the room. They are given the chance to grow themselves, even not having just the lessons and the common type of learning in our normative setting of education. Students can also learn that often no single answer is correct. So they learn to discover other answers and other methods or ways how to answer that. Students also will value the task. It will enable them to find the value of why they're doing that in the first place. So they will be more mindful of the task itself. Now, the two examples that I can give, first one would be learning a dance. This can be a performance assessment wherein a dance presentation with their own choreography and a mix of music, it would develop their creativity. Let's say it is a physical education activity. They get to socialize with others, practicing the dance sets, and also it would develop their creativity and musicality. So it would foster mastery of the dance itself. And also, we have writing. This can be done through literary presentations such as poem writing or speech contests or declamations. It would encourage the students to be more confident in speaking and communicating their ideas in public. So that would be for our second topic about performance-based assessment. Thank you for listening.